So let's go over Jay Norvell's fake apology to Deion Sanders, saying that he didn't really mean the comments that he made. He meant exactly what he said. He was trying to indicate that Deion Sanders' mother did not do a good job of raising him, and that's why he acts and says the things that are allegedly offensive, which nothing he does is offensive whatsoever. Jay Norvell, he got home after this game and he realized, like, oh, you know what? This is really going to hurt me in recruiting. Kids are going to keep grudges. They're going to interpret this a certain way. So now he's trying to clean it up. And in typical coward fashion, this man, he inspires his entire team to play dirty, which they all do on the field. They carried themselves like complete trash, late hits, dirty hits, playing after the whistle, just being true garbage human beings, being led by a true garbage human being in Jay Norvell. And now he's trying to backtrack. Well, how convenient. So, Jay, your legacy for the rest of your life with football is going to be you're the guy that insulted Connie Sanders, Deion Sanders' older mother, for no reason whatsoever. And then we're going to go into the other thing that you're going to be known for in the history of college football, and that's teams that are heavily, heavily penalized and undisciplined, because all of your teams that you've coached have been super undisciplined with terrible amounts of penalties. And in team sports, a lot of team sports, a lot of the athletes are like little kids. They'll push the boundaries and keep doing stupid things if the coach allows it. And this is a reflection of Jay Norvell with undisciplined, dirty teams, and they do the types of things that their coach does because he's a lowlife and he's a dirtbag. So Henry Blackburn, that was the name of the safety, Henry Blackburn, his cheap hit on Travis Hunter, and they asked Jay Norvell about the hit, and this dirtbag's response is, I didn't see it was on the other sideline. Well, not only is he dumb and ignorant, but I guess he must be blind too, because you didn't see it on the replay jumbotron, you didn't see it at all. But that's a typical coward move. That's what cowards do. They get people riled up to do certain things and then they go hide. And that's exactly what Jay Norvell has done his whole career. So let's talk about his history of penalties and shitty football teams and undisciplined play. And this is all a reflection of the trash bag human being, Jay Norvell. He had 13 penalties against San Jose State, 14 against Nevada. He had 14 total games with the Rams and at least 100 penalty yards in each of those games. Wow, that's outstanding. Outstanding garbage, classless football from Jay Norvell. And against the Colorado Buffaloes, he had 17 total penalties, and 11 of those penalties were for 15 yards or more. And then he goes on television like the classless trash bag that he is, and he blames the referees. The kid Muhammad kept launching himself into Shedeur Sanders, should have been ejected for the hits. That one receiver that had like almost 200 yards receiving, and one of the last plays of the drive decided to do a cheap blindside block, got penalized. And these bunch of idiots on the Colorado State Rams, I don't want to hear their kids because they're not kids, they're young men. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're just being trashed, just like their trash bag coach. Deion Sanders, I've seen him when other opposing teams get hurt. He goes out onto the field, he lays hands on the kid, and he says a prayer for him. And if you think that doesn't resonate in recruiting, it absolutely does. Jay Norvell probably got home and said to himself, oh, if I don't try to fix this, I'm never going to turn this thing around. I'm a loser, dirtbag coach to begin with. How the hell am I going to get 5-star recruits into my program when I'm acting like this? So, he probably didn't even come to that conclusion. It was probably somebody in the PR team for Colorado State. He was probably fighting it tooth and nail because this lowlife, all he does is teach kids to do things and then don't take any responsibility whatsoever, just like he does. He's a lowlife. His team played like a bunch of lowlifes on the field, and they're the ones that acted like they had no class. And I know that Connie Sanders was upset about this because she wanted to speak to the team before they went on to the field, and she told them that, that first thing out of her mouth was, that she raised Deion right. You could tell that this woman was upset about this. And, congratulations, Jay Norvell. Maybe you could teach your low-life team, how to insult elderly people and make them upset. So, with that being said, remember to subscribe to Ford is Money. And, Deion, I'm praying for you